Good evening, everybody. I just want to encourage somebody on tonight. It's important that you bounce back. No matter what your goals are, if something that you will believe in God for, you will believe in to happen, and it hasn't happened yet, it's time to bounce back. It's time for a comeback. How do I know? Because there are certain things that I believe God for, and it hasn't happened yet. I've been prophesied to, told that I was going to be able to take care of my family by different people. Different things was promised to me. Haven't seen it yet. But I'm believing that God is going to help me this year to bounce back. It's important that you bounce back this year because it's easy to give up when stuff don't happen the way we want it to or we expect it to. Sometimes we're told that things are going to happen and we think that it's going to happen at a certain time. Well, guess what? Two things. Number one, God's timing is not our timing. Sometimes we expect things to happen in a month, 2 months, a few months, maybe a year. But God has a special time because He knows when we can handle it and when we can't handle it. Secondly, is this: it's important that we don't get stuck and caught up too much on what we're hoping for. We can't be so caught up in the goals, the visions, the blessings to the point sometimes that we miss out on the learning experiences. For instance, if you're believing in God for a special door to open up far as a particular job, you're working at a job that you don't really care for. You're working at a job that's not a dream job. You're working at a job that you feel like it's dead end. You're working two jobs, maybe three, but you're believing in God for this big financial paid job, and it hasn't come yet. Well, learn from the process of waiting while you're working. That's so important because oftentimes we get so in a hurry, we get so in a rush to want to jump to the final result that we missed out what we were supposed to learn. Things that you're supposed to learn and teach other people. Because in order to get to where you're going, you're going to have to come across people that are going through the same thing you're going through or are getting ready to go through the same thing you're going through. And you have to give them advice on how that you made it and give them encouragement and hope that they can make it. So it's important to always remember God's timing is not our timing. His ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. I know it's cliche. I know it's easier said than done. I know it's difficult to deal with. But in order to bounce back in the season of your life or seasons of your life, after failures, after disappointments, after heartbreaks, you got to put your trust in God. I know because I'm going through it right now. It hurts. It's tough. Want to throw in the towel, but I know God has a better plan. Someone inside of me would not let me get up. That something is God's spirit. And then two, always remember, don't get caught up into the final result that you miss out on the learning experience. So remember those two things. God's timing is perfect and is on key, and it's important that we learn while we're waiting. Appreciate that job. God knows, I know it's easier said than done. Appreciate that job, them two jobs, them three jobs. And I'm talking to myself right now too, as if it's that big payday job that you're waiting for. Because if we don't learn how to appreciate being in the smaller places, then you can't enjoy and learn to expect the pleasure of the final place. So always remember, God's timing is not our timing, and enjoy and learn from the experience that you're going through while waiting. Trust me, it works. When you put God first, everything else will make sense. It don't make sense in the beginning, but a lot of times it's not meant for us to understand, because if we knew everything, there would be no point of waiting. There would be no point of going through nothing, because we'll be just like God. So I just encourage everybody on tonight, today, whenever you're watching this video, you can bounce back after doors not being open. You can bounce back after disappointments. You can bounce back after defeat. You can bounce back after setbacks. How do I know? Because I'm going to bounce back. So always remember, God's timing is very important, and learn while you're waiting. New video will be up tomorrow. Take care. God bless.